we've actually got two Commissioner Court meeting minutes, one from the 22nd of January and one on a field trip that we took on the 31st of January. And you can see those on the overhead for the 22nd. Do I hear a motion to approve these minutes?
So moved.
Second. All approved, all in favor? All opposed? Minutes are approved. The second set was the field trip that we took to inspect Knox Lane on the 31st of January. And as you can see on the board, do I hear a motion to approve these? All in favor? All opposed? Motion is approved. Item number 3 is the payment of bills and expenses and approval of budget transfers. Melissa? I saw them already.
Here I am.
By the way,
Right in front of you.
by the way, before we go any further, it's Melissa's birthday.
It is Will's too.
It's
Will's too, so.
we need
And my
to
twin brother,
congratulate
so
them
gotta
all.
throw that
We
in.
won't sing, but we'll
Let's not.
congratulate.
Sorry.
I wanted to say.
Thank you. You'll see it is a considerable amount of money this time, but I wanted to go over why. We did have the debt payment this time that's due every February and August. It's $667 that's payable out of the 1.1 million. Also coming out of this is the $210,000 right there where you see Road and Bridge timber funds. We did receive the timber allocation for this year. That is the allocation to all the school districts. It's just a pass through to the county. And then also we had three lease payments. So that made it about $100,000 more. And then lastly, I wanted to point out, we are refunding our depository about $23,000.
Meaning loss of interest, or correction of the
A
interest.
correction of a calculation on the interest, yes. Whenever I gave the year-end report, you'll notice I said we were over budget $26,000 and they had given us $23,000 too much. So because we had not finished the annual audit, I spoke with the outside auditor. She said that, just had me go back and review everything and was confirmed. And so we're going to be, that's also in there too. So it brings the bills back down to our normal amount. Also, let me find it. $12,870 for Lucas Roofing is added to the bottom section. That is a pending project that we're gonna, if y'all will approve that, we'll hold the check until the project's finished.
And again, for information, that was a section of the roof on the annex that was never a part of the original remodel of the roof. I checked into it. It's an old existing section that has had problems, so that's the reason there's another expense for that. Make a motion for
Payment of bill expenses.
make a motion for payment of bills,
Second.
expenses. All in favor? Opposed?
You get no budget amendments, right?
No, sir.
Motion's carried. Also, there was Danette. Item number 4 is general information. And before I was elected, as a private citizen, I admit I didn't know a lot about county government. I didn't know a lot about the individuals who serve our county and what they do. And I polled the department heads to ask if they thought it was a good idea to provide a short briefing on what each department does. What we thought is that every commissioner court meeting, 1 or 2 department heads would provide just a brief overview of the responsibilities that they have to us as citizens of the county. so that we can have a better understanding, a better appreciation for what they have. So, in this, Judge Black has kindly agreed, along with Danette Milliken, to give a brief overview. So I'll leave it with you guys to come up and.
Thank you, Judge. Commissioners, appreciate the opportunity to be here today. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's kind of rainy, but we need that. I won't refuse that. I appreciate the opportunity to come and visit with the Commissioners Court and our public about what the JP's office does, or is supposed to do. And some of us are better than others. I'm in my second term, and it's been a pleasure for me to serve the public. And it's different than being in law enforcement or any other job I ever had, but I won't ramble because I know we need to go on. First of all, I'd like to explain and make sure that the public knows that the JP office is a part of the judiciary branch of the government. And we preside over a court. It's a real courtroom. I had a gentleman in there yesterday that asked, is this like TV, or what? So, well, Judge Brown, but it's kind of similar. And so we do preside over a court, and we rule on controversies, obviously. We listen to testimony in our court, we examine evidence, and we try to apply the law as appropriate. Try to make a fair determination on disputed matters, and we try to remain impartial. The JP office handles criminal misdemeanors punishable by fine only, and we magistrate for felonies, and we also issue warrants. If you're not familiar with the term magistrate, that means basically when people are arrested, they deserve and have the right to have their rights read to them and explained to them by a judge. So every day, either Judge Jordan or myself take care of that. That includes weekends and holidays. We handle civil matters under $10,000. In other words, if you desire to sue somebody, if the amount is under $10,000, we can handle that in our court. We handle evictions, probably one of the more sad parts and part of the job that I really don't like, but it's a necessary and important part of the law. And we also enforce loans or liens on personal property up to 10, and we're charged by the Criminal Code of Procedure to preserve the peace by lawful means. That would mean maybe issuing a peace bond. I've never had to issue one of those, but it's within our ability to do so to try to prevent situations from happening. And JPs also have the ability, if we see an offense committed in our presence as judges, we can authorize or order law enforcement to make an arrest based on what we see. That's kind of fun. But never done that either. We issue process to aid in preventing suppressing crime. For example, an emergency protective order. Unfortunately, I see so much family violence, and it's almost weekly in our court, and it often, in some cases, we're required by law to issue a protective order. If there's serious bodily injury or a deadly weapon was involved, we have no choice. The law requires us to issue a protective order. Other than that, the officers at the scene may request it from what they see when they're there doing their investigation. We have coroner responsibilities. We conduct inquests and complete death certificates. In major cities, you all watch the big TV shows with the homicide detectives and the coroner's office and the medical examiners. And in the rural counties, we don't have that. And as JPs, we're charged with the responsibility of reporting and responding to the scene of those situations. The body's not supposed to be moved until the JP gets there. If someone passes away in the emergency room and they've been in the hospital for under 24 hours, we're required by law to get there and take care of those. And then, of course, we have the nursing homes that we respond to when people pass there. Again, that's 24/7. Mental health warrants. We issue quite a few mental health warrants, and this is usually in response to the Burke Center or some mental health professional that Price fills out the proper paperwork, and they swear to us that these characteristics that the person is exhibiting are true and correct, and we're hesitant to have just a citizen come in off the street and say, hey, I want to put my wife in the hospital for a few days. So we try to be careful with that, but hopefully we haven't made any mistakes there.